The very first Final Fantasy, I went back and played some of it, and 90% of everything was D&D.
Well, it's very like fantasy themed. I know that had like the dwarves and the I was Matoya in that one, or I don't know. There was a witch. I know that. I is very high fantasy, like totally my vibe. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Matoya was in the first one.
Huh?
I think Matoya was in the first Final Fantasy.
She's in one of the first ones. I mix like the first 3 or 4 games up constantly in my head. I even have a hard time. Like sometimes I forget that Final Fantasy 16 exists. So I'm very smart. Let's just say that. Dream is up.
Ready to get down and boogie stream?
I think somebody was trying to woohoo, but it sounded like a baby. Oh, I know what I should do. Get everybody pumped up.
Dork.
So last time we were all together, the party was in the first tree on the southwestern part of Narth. You all had hunted down the guard who was working with a dark fiend to steal artifacts from the bird folk living there. You successfully had hunted him down at the bottom of the tree in the roots hanging off of the floating island. In the roots, you confronted them and got to a combat situation where 3 out of the 4 of you had your shadows torn asunder from your mortal frame and brought to life, and are now running around out there. I got names from 2 of the 3 of you for your dark fiends.
Oh.
Oh.
I completely forgot that.
Yes, there's bizarro versions of a few of you running around out there, living shadows. And those of you that did have your shadows torn asunder, you have no shadows. You do not cast a shadow any longer. The only member of the party that, well, the 2 members of the party that still cast shadows are Anakur, but the shadow he casts is not his own, and Valin. Having defeated Shade and knocking the guard who was helping him unconscious, very buff Falcon Man, he began to plummet as the party all went to catch him. You tied him up and brought him to the village elder, who worked with the guards to make sure that he was locked up and the artifacts returned to their rightful homes. They also said they would likely beef up security for the future. Although, to be fair, it was one of those weird situations where it's like, that's kind of hard to see happening, but hey. After finishing that, the people of the first tree followed through with the agreement that they had made before and finished your teleportation circle that allowed you all to travel to the city of Seren, a magical futuristic city built atop of a small series of rocky islands extending up into the sky in like vistaed, terraced, like just there's like bridges and scaffoldings everywhere. There's a big main structure that goes up through the center of all of this, and off of all sorts of like places there's just like chimney stacks and things. The central tower has a sort of winding pathway that works its way up, and along the way there are big sort of arms, more or less, that come out of the sides of it that host various districts. Some of them places for civilians to live, the highest up ones being factories and such. This place produces wondrous magical items, like Mika's new living teapot, who I forgot to put on your character sheet. I knew I was forgetting something. But your new living teapot is a, like, it's kind of like a pet teapot. It's got little, like, almost like metallic crab legs, and then it has like a face around its little, like, spout. And it has the ability to use obscuring mist once a day, and it also can create water once a day.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Fancy.
But upon arriving in Seren, you found yourself coming out, at least to Valin, in a familiar place. Giddy's family's factory. He greeted his old friend. Giddy left before Anakur joined, I believe. So he introduced himself to the rest of the party, sort of gave you some very quick directions. It seemed like he was very busy after having inherited his family's business. He also told the party that the criminal that Valin and company had previously helped him put away was on the loose, and he was dedicating a lot of his time to trying to hunt that person down. But he sent you along the way with some information on how to hunt down some mouse folk who had been spotted in the area. And as we left off last time, you were all arriving at the bar in Seren, known as the Rusty Driver. Upon entering, there is a very large variety of people here. Seren has become this very interesting new hub for a lot of the world that is becoming interconnected after the party's past actions. People from Zelk are here. They've made their way west across the Hotfoot Steppes or the swamp somewhere. But there's some animal folk. You spot a few, like a possum here. There's some kobolds around. It's weird to see kobolds in a very civilized setting, but the kobolds are like in their own little group off in the corner around a bar or a bar table, like drinking mugs that are just way too big for them, and they're all just covered in like paint. The person behind the bar, it looks slightly overwhelmed by the amount of people here. Valin, having been here before, would recognize that this person is new help. The person that worked here before had been related to Giddy, but had been helping the person impostoring as Giddy's mother. This new bartender is a young lady, probably in her early 20s. She's tanned with freckles and strawberry blonde hair, bright green eyes, and she frantically is filling orders as a very sleepy looking tabaxi bartends as well, taking trays of drinks to various tables for her. Scanning the room, though, you don't see any mouse folk. But perhaps this is a good place to start looking for that information. What do you all want to do?
Lynn would like to go up to the barmaid or the person who's running the bar and offer her help with the busy time. God damn it! I should have said that better. In hopes that if she works and helps hard enough, the person behind the bar will be able to give out more information to what her and her friends are looking for.
I mean, I'd appreciate a hand, lass, but do you have any experience with tending to a bar before?
No, I know I have not. I grew up in the church. I saw that you're struggling, and I thought I'd just offer to help you out.
She kind of chuckles when she hears you say you're from a church and you're wanting to help at the bar. The thought's quite nice, but I think I've got it. I'm just very new, learning my way around this particular establishment. I mean, you could probably run some drinks out to a table or something, maybe.
Oh, I would be honored to help out with that. Where are these drinks?
She begins to lift a tray towards you, and before she hands it over to you, she goes, "You're not clumsy, right?"
Only when it involves a cliff.
Amakora's PTSD flashbacks at the mention of a cliff.
She's like staring through you. She doesn't know whether or not to hand you this tray.
By the god Titan, just trust me, please.
All right. And she hands you this tray. It's a large circular tray. There's no like rim or lip on it at all. It's like a flat tray. There's like 5 or 6 drinks on it, and as it leaves her hand and settles on top of yours, and you hold it the way you see her holding it, it starts to like wobble a little bit in your hand, and you're surprised by the actual weight of what you've been handed. And as you make your way to the table that she points out to you, I'm going to need you to make, let's call it a sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh shit. No, I can't. I would like to cast guidance on myself. She cast guidance on herself before the tray. Is that okay?
Yeah, and right before she hands it off to you, you're like, wait, guidance. And she just kind of like rolls her eyes at you.
Okay. This
will
prime
surely
use of free will.
Yeah,
Prime use of free will.
This will surely end well.
Okay.
It's just the way it gets funny.
Decent.
Yeah, you struggle Okay, like you spill a little bit, like nothing falls off, but like there's like sloshing over the rims, and as you arrive at the table and set it down, all of the guys that like there kind of like give you this like look like really, and a guy flips you a copper.
Oh.
Anakor is gonna see this graceful display of a near miss with a tray of beer, and he's gonna be like, you know, I think I might have a good chat with this barkeep. It might do some help, and he's gonna slide over, and he is going to see the direction that the area that Valin went in, and notice like other tables waiting for their drinks, and he's going to cast a mage hand to lift one of the trays of beer and take it over to one of the tables as he leans on to the counter and says, how you doing there? My name's Onakur. You've already met my buddy Valin over there. I see you're pretty busy here, but I was wondering if there's any way that I could steal your ear for a moment and ask you a couple questions.
She kind of scans you real quick, and she goes, "You know how to do simple mixes, right?"
I mean, simple's my middle name.
She goes, "If you get confused, there's a cheat sheet there," and she points to like a small scroll pinned to the back of the table with like a few simple like mixed drinks they serve, and then she hands you like 2 or 3 different orders for you to work on while you're talking, and she goes, "What did you need?"
All right, do you need me to roll like a performance or anything for this mixing?
What would...
I mean, probably like a dexterity-based thing.
Yeah, I'd imagine dexterity. Let's see. Although, I imagine that this is a part of your like bardic arts in a way. I'd imagine that this is a part of entertaining, if you will. And I would say you could probably make it under performance if you wanted.
Okay, I could do that. Give it like, do like flip, like spinning the shaker and throwing
Yeah.
it behind my back, stuff like that. Let's
You've
see if I can roll
partied.
good.
You know, I'm
All
sure
right.
you've mixed a drink or two in your day. Yeah,
21.
You're no James Bond or anything. Like you're not like over the top about it, but like yeah, you're putting on a show, and like she goes, all right, well I guess you do, and you're able to help her like put together the orders that she's been backed up on.
All right, and as I'm mixing up the orders and kind of dishing them out, me and my friends were looking for some people. We were told that some mouse folk might have come through here pretty recently, and we might need to get in touch with them. They may be related to a friend of ours who's been recently displaced from their family, and we'd really appreciate any information you have on that aspect.
Oh shit, y'all.
Oh, I'm working on trying to climb up on one of the big stools.
Anakor is going to notice this and just... Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Graveheart will just grab, offer a hand to help pull Mika up.
I'll take it. I'm glad you didn't just grab me, though.
Yeah.
I would have squirmed. Yeah, so Graveheart and Mika seat themselves at the bar, and as Onikur is asking this, and Valin is making her way back to the group with the damp tray and her 1 copper. The bartender goes, you all know the Root Munchers?
Looks to Mika.
Bullen does the same. As he hands the copper to the barkeep.
Graveheart will take a handful of the nuts on the bar and pop them in his mouth to keep from saying anything.
Yeah, the bartender's look down her nose at you, Valin, and go, "You can keep the tip."
Thank you. I tried. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do anything better. May Titan bless you.
Great way to end.
God bless.
God bless you.
She's a little bit embarrassed from having this have liquid all over the tray.
But she's pretty perceptive being a bartender, and she sees that everybody's looking at the mouse in the room.
Is this the opposite of addressing the elephant in the room?
I'm sure it's less awkward.
I mean, having a bunch of full-grown people looking at a small mouse person is probably a little unsettling for the small mouse person, but Mika, is that a familiar name to you?
Is it?
Indeed it is. It was your neighbors. The one that left you a note when you first got back to the village was Odelia Root Muncher, I believe. You
Yes.
also spotted a Justice Root Muncher in the tunnels who had been corrupted by the corrupted crystals.
Oh.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh.
I do recognize that name. It's my neighbor.
Lovely folks. Odelia and her triplets, I think it was. They made their way to Peacekeep. They took one of the boats.
Is that boat like a daily thing, or does it have a couple runs? And is it like a free service, or is it you gotta get a ticket?
Well, if you're associated with one of the high families, you can tend to get on one of the ships for free with a trading writ, if you've got one of those. But if you ain't got that, then they usually charge you a handful of gold for the trip.
Do we have one of those trading writ things? That sounds really familiar.
The
You were given a trading writ from from Giddy's family. I'm spacing on his family name.
didn't the person with the cart take it?
Too far back.
Oh.
No, that was the pass to get into Zelk. That's not the writ.
And Doug is logged into Ultrix right now. I'm like, oop. He's gonna have seen. I don't know if he's there, like actually working on something or not. But it'd be really funny if he saw me pop in and then disappear real quick.
Just bloop.
Hi.
Ah, the Flynn family.
Flynn Rider.
Yeah, so I think we got a writ here, so I think we might be good on that aspect. I just hope it's going to be good to get us. I hope there's not going to be any fine print and it's going to be like, oh, this writ was meant for a specific person or for a specific amount of people and we're going to need to do something about it. My faith has gotten me this far.
And your faith is strong, my friend.
Valin, you've been to Port
Yes.
Peacekeep. Do you remember anything about your time there?
Port Peacekeep. I remember that I think it was on the shore. We saw a light on the lake, and then it just disappeared. And I think there is some type of creature underneath the water.
I don't know if I described it either. Like, this city is, like, giving off hella magical pollution. Like, the water surrounding this area in the lake is iridescent and, like, rainbow, and the clouds are, like, rainbow as well. That, like, the whole sky looks like a unicorn threw it up. And there's just different colored smokes coming out of different chimneys everywhere. Like, one of them straight up has, like, smoke coming out of it that's, like, rainbow colored smoke. Like, how do you even do that?
Question about this smog that is in the city. Can it affect people like asthma? Like, if someone having
you all are breathing it in for sure, and if you have a hard time with, like, breathing normally, it's rough right now. Also, there's a like lingering sort of like shit smell in the air, considering that they have very early plumbing, you know. There's a lot of people in a very, like, tight space. There's rats everywhere. But there's a surprising amount of, like, infrastructure where, like, runoff is being taken care of. Like, they're polluting the fuck out of the environment, but, like, the streets are clean.
I'm wondering, can any of us make some type of check to see how well we take in the smog?
I'm sure you could, like, do a medicine check to look yourselves over, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say that whether or not the fuck you have breathing problems normally, that's gonna be, like, a you thing. I'd probably look at your constitution on that one.
I've smoked worse.
So make a con save.
Make a constitution. No. I mean, if you have a positive constitution, I think if your modifier is at least a +1, you should be non-asthmatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you've got, like, an 8 or a 9 in constitution, then you might have an issue.
Yeah,
But,
if you're starting to pull the negatives, then
But, like, if you were, like, drinking the water, that'd be a different situation.
okay, what I said in chat is fitting.
Yeah, it's a situation. It's definitely an industrial revolution, but there's, like, a lot of magic involved. It's some like Willy Wonka ass shit.
But more toxic.
More steampunk.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations.
You betcha. The fucking everything's about advancing magical technology here, so they're not thinking too far ahead. Those, yeah, you've all been there. This kind of reminds you of someplace in the Deep Fae.
Yes.
Couldn't be something right underneath this lake.
What? Underneath this lake?
Do I need to bring up the underground map?
Yes, please.
The Earth. I'm pretty sure the colorful smoke and stuff may be coming from the Feywild. No, it's coming from the ton of pollution that these people are posting into our artificial ozone.
And it's
Is
seeping
this the
down
climate terrorism arc?
into the Feydark.
Is this our avalanche arc?
So you
Hey,
see
look,
that?
it's me.
See that little
Yeah.
river there? That runs this way and comes down over here, and it all coming down from that there lake. That's why that house was crazy rainbow like. So yeah, they're definitely doing something to the environment.
If it weren't for the fact that we're in the middle of a lake, my first suggestion would be to blow this whole place up. I'm kidding. I'm not that crazy.
It's the political environmental activism arc.
Like I said, it's the avalanche arc.
I mean, did you need to go full eco-terrorism immediately, though?
Yes.
Yes.
You couldn't just be like, okay, can we ethically dispose of the waste or something? Like,
They're not ethically disposing of the waste, but I can ethically dispose of them.
Lord.
We could tunnel the waste into another reality.
We're in a fucking flat
We
world.
can do-
Just throw it off the edge.
Yes. Throw it
We're
off
gonna
the edge.
yeah,
Off
but-
in space.
Patrick's the way to go. What if we take the toxic magic waste and put it somewhere else?
Also say, for those of you traveling around that see the rats coming in and out of the vents and things, the rats all look like they're like made out of like felt or something. Like they almost look like stuffed animals.
Oh, great! The government replaced the rats.
That's not concerning.
Well,
Flashing back to the stuffed animals we fought.
You're not
Well,
flashing
on a
back.
curious-
You're not flashing back to the rat king you fought into the sewers in this place before.
Oh, fuck that.
Graveheart
was
wouldn't
good
be.
thing I wasn't here for that.
I mean, fair. Graveheart wasn't there either, but I mean, you as a player, Rory.
Somehow I
Daniel
blocked that
as a
entire
player.
thing out.
Trauma does that sometimes.
Yeah, it also involved pipes too. If I remember.
Yeah, you
Like
all
when you
went.
went into the sewers.
Yeah, y'all went into the sewers and were like in the inner workings of this place. Because the gang of
Pipes were mentioned.
The gang of doppelgangers was hiding out inside of the sewers. They had built like a whole base in an abandoned building.
If any of that gets mentioned, including the pipes, Graveheart's response would be, "Are you sure you weren't just high?"
That's this whole campaign, though.
The bar. So was that all the bartender was telling us about the ferry
Yeah,
or the boat?
that's. She gave you like the gist, and she'd tell you like what dock to go to, and give you some like general pointers on how to get there without, taking hours.
All right. I'll finish making the list of drinks that she had given, and then I'll take them to the tables as well.
Glenn, she just looks to the barkeep and asks her, "So, how do you guys handle like? I noticed that both your air and your water are very. What's the word? Transcendent? Very shiny. Is
Iridescent.
that iridescent? Yeah.
Magic laden.
Yes.
Well, you get used to breathing it, but for drinking, most people have filters. Or they use some source of magical water creation.
You and the people here are okay with this, because out further out in the world, the water and the sky are blue, and so I guess excuse my rudeness, but I'm a little bit worried about your land and your water, and how this is affecting those of you and animals living around it.
Ah, you one of them hippie kids, huh?
She looks to her friends like, "What is a hippie?"
Looks at her hippie friend.
She
The
looks at
hippie
her.
dragonborn. Huh? Look, does the Sasquatch pose? What do you mean?
She's using a term. She said a term that I am very unfamiliar with. Hippie? Hippie?
Oh, I get it. She's a yuppie, huh?
She's just a good egg. A lot of the praise be to Titan and all that. If you would have met her a few months ago, she might have been trying to convert you on the spot and get you to I don't know, chill out or something like that. But I got her to smoke weed, so she's on the path to righteousness.
Sounds like them people from Zelk. They're always coming in here and talking about R and this, R and that.
I'm they're going to be sad when they find out what happened to her.
I used to worship Aaron until Aaron fused with South and sorry. Fuck me. Well, Aaron has become a new god, and that god is Titan.
Man, that shit
I
sounds-
apologize. I know what I said. I know I said it would have been a couple months ago. I appear I was wrong.
That shit sounds way too confusing.
Oh man, you should
points
learn
to his
about the
nose.
Pantheon. gods of this world are very complicated, and as their relationships, as she like stated, kind of very enthusiastically.
She shrugs. I I can bathe in hot water nightly. That's all I know. There's a lot of good that comes from what's happening here.
Aren't
Yeah.
that's where I worry for all of you. Just coming from a place of goodness. I'm sorry if I offended you.
What good is progress if you can't eat the fish?
Oh, we can eat fish. They just don't get them from near the city. Usually we import the fish from over in Port Peacekeep.
Bolin decides to make a mental note to where when Titan starts having enough followers, she'll send a squad of them to Seren to at least do some sort of cleanup and volunteer work.
She put them on the mail list. No. 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 Oh, no, not the Jehovah's Witnesses. No.
We're not evil.
Oh, man. Anakur's watching all of the work that he has done in the past few months with getting her to not be a square, slowly going right back up.
Little did he know it takes more than weed to make someone not lame.
You know, it's always, what is it, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but in this case it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Well, thank you for your information. Glad we could be of some assistance. Place is pretty cool. I gotta admit, pretty lively. Keep it up. Glad business is booming. Don't go bald.
And then he's gonna leave. In the direction that he said was the fastest direction to the docks.
We got a boat to catch, guys.
She looks shocked when you say don't go bald.
I wish you all the best of luck for
My
your
magic hand's
tavern.
gonna start pushing her out of the door.
As like she gets pushed out of the door, she yells, "I'll make sure to send you a symbol of Titan."
As you're all rushing, or at least the two of you are sort of rushing out the door, you like push Valin through the door, and as you're going through the door, Valin, you sort of trip over this kobold that was about to like go in the door himself, and he drops this handful of water balloons, more or less, full of paint that like roll all over the road in front of the bar.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. As she like just kind of panics and like, okay, what can I do to clean? What can I do to clean this up? Shit. She looks
Did
at
they
the
all
man and
burst?
just like, oh, how much were these balloons?
Did they break?
Nothing seems broken. They're just kind of everywhere, so as you go around, you're able to sort of like collect them all up. They look... You're not familiar with a water balloon, obviously, but they seem like they're these orbs, more or less, designed to hold in what looks like various shades of paint. The kobold, like, shakes himself off and goes, you make it up? You buy?
Yes. I'll buy some of them, and for as an apology for bumping into you. I am so sorry for that.
He looks at this, like, sack of these orbs, looks at you, goes, bulk offer, 10 gold.
She looks to her friend like, is that a good deal? I don't know much about bargaining. The word is.
How many balloons you got?
There's 15 in there.
15. All right, and did the ones that felt like that spilled out, did they break?
No, there's none of them are broken. So I'm
Okay, none of
saying
them are
they're like
broken.
water balloons, but they're like orbs, and they like the outside of the orb
Okay.
is like almost like a latex sort of feeling, but you can tell that if you threw this at something, it would burst.
Okay.
Unlike a good way to start chaos in a brawl.
I mean, doesn't sound like.
Can I insight and see if that's a good deal or if he's just trying to scam us?
I would say you could always question him about what it is, because like right now you're more or less just buying something and you have no idea what it is, you know?
Yeah.
What are these things?
Lapis, good. You throw poison.
They're like little poison capsules. You throw them and they break on somebody and poison them.
He gives you a thumbs up.
Huh. I guess it's a good thing you didn't break any then. You know, fine, 10 gold, that seems like a fair enough deal.
She hands him a little pouch of 10 gold. I hope this makes up for it. She like politely bows to the kobold.
Yeah, so there's 15 balloons. There are 3 red, 3 yellow, 3 green, 3 blue, and 3 violet.
Can you put that in Foundry chat so that way I can make sure I write that down in my book? I'm still writing out what happened.
The kobold scoops up the gold in his little hands, makes this like little giggling lizard noise as he scampers into the bar through those like swinging doors and rushes up to the bar to get hammered.
May Titan bless you.
But yeah, I'd say that the whole bag is probably about 5 pounds.
All right. Now we have assorted poisonous capsules. This will definitely come in handy.
He didn't tell us which poisons were in which, did he? Oh wait, I
I
have
guess
a
that's the
spell
fun
I
of it.
can do that. That's a little adventurous with these, huh?
I mean, if you have the ability to identify them, that's also extremely helpful. I mean, what if we throw one of these and it's not really a poison and it's something that's good and we end up healing somebody that we're trying to fight? You never know. Or what if it's something like one of them just gives somebody cancer? You don't want to throw a cancer ball at somebody, that's just rude.
Answer?
As like Anakur said that, she puts her hand over the mass of balloons and she casts detect poison and disease.
You find that
I realized I forgot something in the stove. Give me a moment.
oh jeez. I'm glad she remembered.
That sounds delicious.
Really does.
Yeah, we had way too many apples. She made banana bread yesterday, so I don't know if she's trying to fatten me up and eat me.
I'm back. I'm very sorry about that, guys.
As long as everything's not on fire.
Thankfully not.
You know, Rory scared us the other week about their building burning down. Altha had to scare us this week about mine.
Yeah, it's like it was that, and like your brother came down to ask if I got to turn off the stove after I took the apples out. I was like, yeah, I did. He turned it off for me. I feel very embarrassed.
It's a good thing about living with other people.
Yeah.
Especially when you have ADHD. Oop, forgot the
God.
stove. I got you.
There was one time when I was living in my apartment, to where I came back home from work, and apparently my stove was on, and no, I don't think it was I came back from work. I was doing something that took a few hours, and apparently I left like an oven mitt inside the stove.
Yeah, I've seen.
That terrified me.
I think I don't know if it was Jack or Caitlin a couple years back left a plastic cutting board in the stove, and that was a bitch to clean up because we had to scrape it out of the bottom of the stove. And then I had a roommate one time who was frying chicken on the stove in like oil, like he filled a pot up with oil and was like throwing the chicken in there and deep frying it, and he like straight up caught our kitchen on fire.
Hey, how were you guys able to control it?
It fucked the microwave was right above the stove, and the fire fucked the microwave. It also burned the cabinets on either side. Like, it was bad. The house almost would have burned down if it hadn't stopped.
Well, shit.
Yeah, we also had the benefits of, like, it was a vaulted ceiling. So, like, the ceiling was really high up above all of it, so the ceiling didn't catch on fire. It was a lot of really good circumstances in a bad circumstance.
Oh, goodness. Oh, hey, Rose, do you want to switch back to the overworld map?
Did it not? I thought I had.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I'm still underground in the dark.
There we go.
Is the underground map dark for you? Is it black?
Oh yeah, for me it was
Yeah.
all circle, just pitch blackness.
Well, shit.
For
I'll
me, it
have
was
to fix
like
that.
black and gray.
Okay.
Well, you guys definitely have an idea of where the iridescent rainbow shit you were seeing underground is in conjunction to all of this, that's for sure.
Yes. All right. Well, we're making our way to the dock. Is there anything that would like catch our eye on the way there? Like any like storefronts possibly?
Oh, there's so many stores here. If you were looking to buy something, like, this would probably be a good place to pick stuff up. There is a lot of people here. Outside of Zelk, like, this is the most people you've seen in one place in your entire adventure.
All right.
Oh,
Encore wants to kind of keep an eye out for like a weapons shop.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them,
But then,
especially since you're sort of around the factory district still as you're like heading down towards the docks from the bar, because the bar you were at was the Rusty Driver, which is like in the hub of the factory district where all of the like factory workers go after work, like when their shift ends. Oh, let's go get hammered and pass out until we have to wake up and do the same shit the next day. They're like right there. So like all the stuff supplied by the factories is immediately below that in shops, like along the way. And then there's a whole nother, even like on the way down to the docks, there's another like mercantile district that has even more shops that carry a lot of the same stuff as the ones closer to the factories, but like, yeah, I'm sure that there's like places within the factories that blacksmith weapons and other various metallic goods, kettles, pots, spades, shield.
Yeah, Encore is in the market for a rapier.
I don't suppose Seren has any accessories that could be put onto Isode. And is Isode like walking around with them in Seren?
Isolde is currently a little golden, like figurine in your bag.
Okay.
Isolde is like horse shaped, but is much larger than your standard horse.
So it's like a war horse type of size?
Probably even bigger than that. We're talking like she's like probably like slightly larger than moose sized.
Oh wow, that's gigantic.
Yes, she is the mythical unicorn.
Like Valen, she like pulls out the little figure of Isolde and like looks at her like, "Hey, is there anything that you would like to get to, I don't know, like accessorize yourself? Like maybe some like cute ribbons for your mane or and tail, or maybe like a circlet with like a maybe like a jewel that be in between your eyes."
You can't really directly communicate with her while she's in her figurine form, but you do sort of get this vibe back, like, because like she's not currently, like, she's almost in like a stasis, but like you get this like feeling because like you're like connected with her, where like you feel like she would enjoy anything you got her because it would be a gift from you.
Alright, Lynn is gonna keep an eye out for a circlet with like an opal on it. Opal, yeah, opal.
Yeah, so on Occur, you are able to find a very nicely worked rapier for 25 gold pieces.
Is it like what's its like attack? Like what's its stats essentially?
It's a standard rapier, so it's a D8 plus your whatever modifiers you get on top of that, you know.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right, yeah, it's like well made too. It's not quite like masterworked or something. Like it's off of like a production, but it's a nice steel blade. The like guard has like intertwining roses along it. It almost looks like it's made to be like the stems of like the rose, and then there's like leaves and then roses here and there. It's got a dark leather grip with like red trim.
All right, so I need to do some quick maths.
Valin, as Anakur is buying his rapier, you're able to find a sterling silver piece that you could adorn Isolde's head with. It looks like it would be 250 gold pieces.
She Glenn opens up her pouch and sighs in disappointment, and only seeing that she has 77 gold pieces with some platinum and a variety of the smaller currencies. See, maybe a ribbon would be cheaper until I can get more gold to afford one.
It is worth noting that every platinum piece is 10 gold pieces.
10. Okay, so. Alright. Yeah.
So it would be like 25 platinum pieces.
I have 12 platinum, so would that be like equal to 120 gold?
Correct.
Yep.
So the way that it works, the best way to think about it is copper pieces are pennies, silver pieces are dimes, gold pieces are dollars, and platinum pieces are $10 bills.
I feel like this takes looks over to her friends like, hey, by chance can I borrow or take three gold pieces out of the party fund so I can get a nice little gift for Isode?
I don't see why not.
Fine by me.
Thank you. I'll be sure next time I get gold, I will refund the 3 gold back into the party fund.
Oh shit, I forgot you guys were paying into the party fund. I was like, how? I was like, how much does the party even have in the party fund? And then I looked, and you've got 20 platinum and 101 gold, and I was like, whoa!
I have my own gold. I had 162 of my own gold, so that's what I used to pay for mine.
Okay, so Valin is taking 3 gold from the party fund.
Yeah.
So you have 20 platinum and 98 gold left in the party fund.
I will look for a bank and break my platinum, turning it into gold.
Okay. Now Willen only has copper and silver. Oh wait, copper and the other one.
Since you're in a social hub and you're taking the time to hunt down a bank, there's no fee on it. They just directly do it for you, no problem.
Woohoo!
Makes sense.
I have no idea how to add a rapier. Jesus, this sucks.
What's that?
I have no idea how to add a rapier. Like, I have to fully just...
I'll do it.
There should be an option when you go into your inventory to add it, and it should let you look it up.
Yeah, so if you open your inventory, there should be a plus mark in the lower right, and if you click that and then you click, or wait, no, that's not it.
No, that just lets me make a new item. Yeah, that's what I was already doing. But I was like, that means I have to just put in all the information for a rapier.
Yeah, you're cool. I'll just pull it off of compendium. Where is my there's my compendium. Content, items, weapon, rapier, where's rapier? E-F GHIJKLMNOPQR. Rapier. You should now have a rapier.
Thank you.
Where on Isolde's inventory should I put her circlet? Like, is it to be equipment or loot?
If she's wearing it, you'd put it on equipment.
Now Onakor just needs to figure out how to fuse his Fenrir Qatar with the rapier, so the rapier has the +2 to hit.
I know I'm running D&D correctly because there's so much emphasis on glamour.
Was there an opal on that circlet, hun?
Yes, it's a sterling silver circlet, like almost not like a full circle, but like a half circlet almost, and it's got like the comb hooks on either side, and you can braid it into her mane so that it won't fall off, and it's a pretty like standard design. You were looking for something that wasn't too expensive.
What would be its rarity and weight?
Uncommon. I'd
Okay.
say 1 pound.
Right, thank you. That's all I need, I guess, for now. I'll be sure to put this on you, Sode, when we're out of the city.
After Onakor has the rapier in his possession, he's gonna kind of step away from so he's not fully around people, and he's kind of gonna flourish it around in the ways that he remembers from the stories and stuff that he was told about masked vigilantes and stuff riding on horses and saving the day using a rapier.
All right. I'd say go ahead and give me performance. Yeah, you're like you throw it up in the air, grab it out of the air, you're like swooshing it around, and the guy that you just bought it from goes, "Hi, you look like a natural with it. Should have had it already, huh?"
Flynn just clapped and yeah, you go, man.
He'll be a little bit it'll make him a bit he'll be a bit abashed. It'll make him a bit shy. He's well, it's not every day that I'm able to get my hands on one. They're not exactly something that you can easily find where I'm from, but I've always kind of wanted one, and I felt like this place might have been a great place to look for one, at least from the places that I've been to.
Ah, yeah. That one will outlive you, that's for sure. They're made strong here. Not always the highest quality, per se, in the combat side of things, but lifeline-wise, that one will outlast you.
I can hope.
Yeah, they got a special...
He'll sheath it on his hip.
They got a special smithing method here. Makes the steel rust slower.
Well, thank you, sir.
He nods with a smile, having enjoyed the show you just put on for him.
All right, crew. Anybody else need to do some shopping around here? Y'all want to look somewhere else?
I think I'm fine.
Alright, as you all continue to make your way towards the docks, as you're doing shopping and whatnot, everybody go ahead and make me a perception check. Since Mika did not do anything, you can do your perception at advantage as well.
Oof.
I'm not blind for once. My tiny little bird brain might be working.
Alright. So, you are all making your way towards the dock. And I'm sure that you sort of like split up a little bit while you're in town so that you can all just like get things done as quickly as you can and like get to where you're all gonna meet up and like jump on the ferry. But like the group is sort of split up a little bit while Valin and Onakur are in the shop, and like Graveheart steps into the bank, and like Graveheart and Mika are like alone together for a moment right outside the bank, and you kind of like look back towards the shop where Valin and Onakur have been to see if they've like come out to like catch up or if they're ahead or whatever, and you both see this very well-dressed, dapper chameleon man looking through the window at the other two members of your party. And then when he notices you all looking at him, he gets startled and he just blips and turns invisible.
Is that normal of all types of chameleons in this reality? Or is he the only one that I would have seen that turned invisible?
I would imagine for Graveheart and Mika, this is the first time you've ever seen a man that looks like a chameleon man.
Okay. I was just thinking, because lizards do live in deserts,
I'm sure
and I would
you've
assume
seen...
I've been to an oasis?
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen an actual chameleon, so you like have something to compare it to. I don't know if Mika would have seen a chameleon, but Graveheart definitely would have seen an actual chameleon at some point. So you're like familiar with a normal chameleon's ability to like camouflage themselves, but like this is like an invisibility spell.
I'm
I
excited.
think he's like a shaman.
Yeah, and this chameleon man was dressed in a very fancy suit, like dark gray with like white pinstripes. He's wearing a fancy vest and a bowler hat. And as he like blips out of existence, just completely gone.
Oh, wow. Where did he go?
If you want to spot him now and try and like see where he's going, go ahead and give me a perception or investigation at disadvantage. Mika, you're like, you have a hard time seeing him. You could sort of catch his outline, but you, with your big old mouse ears, you hear him and you can like track where he's going as he like runs to the other side of the building and hops into one of the vents.
That guy just went into the vent.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Flush him out.
That's very weird.
But as you see him hop in the vent and you have that conversation, Annika and Valin step out of the shop.
I will inform them. There was a peeping Tom looking at you.
Excuse me?
And what
A person
sort of
stared in the window at you.
was he? Was he doing anything weird, or was he just looking at us?
Well, when he noticed that we saw him, he made himself invisible, and according to Mika here, climbed in the vent. He also looked kind of like you, only like a chameleon version of you.
I'm not exactly sure how to take so it looked like a chameleon person.
Valin, you immediately remember everything that happened the last time that you were in Seren and you were confronted with a gang of chameleon doppelgangers who were able to take on the faces and voices and looks of people and surroundings.
I knew it! I knew that it sounded familiar. Like, okay, I know you three weren't here before, but the three of my friends and my former friends and I, when we were last here, we had to fight them, and they can take the appearance and voice of anyone. So if you're saying that chameleon was looking at Annika and I, that means the potentiality he's singling us out to steal our identities, maybe. Right. I guess all I'm saying is, like, we should not ignore this.
Can he shrink? It'd be kind of hard to steal my identity. I mean, maybe my voice.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but no amount of chameleon ability is going to be able to match that which is me.
Of course not. I mean, you're.
But just in case. But just in case they want to try anything fucky, we should come up with a safe word.
We should definitely come up with something that we all know. That no one else will know. So that we know that we are ourselves.
How about...
What about... Huh? Jinx, you owe me a soda.
What about the safe word would be a name of a god that the normal inhabitants of our world would not know of.
They can change appearances and turn invisible. They're not normal. And what if they're one of the odd? They know a lot more, it seems, than even we do.
Are we sure we're all the same? We're all us right now? I mean, I know I'm me. Wait. Do we have shadows?
Wait. Yeah. There's no way that that thing will be able to copy you guys not having, you two not having a shadow, and your shadow being your sisters.
So we just need to cut your shadow off of you, and then we'll know everyone's us. And Graveheart thinks that's an excellent idea, even though it's probably not.
So you all are feeling fairly confident that at least 3 out of the 4 of you are the real yous. The suspicion on Valin, though.
Oh God.
Well, I think that we
So
should
they back
treat
me up.
her as. We should treat them as if they are the real thing, but like, we should all probably one of us stick with her, just in case. No offense.
No offense taken. I would be honored to be chaperone for all of our safety. The last thing I
I'll
need
stay
is
close to her.
Last thing I need is someone to take my appearance and spreading false word of Titan.
Right?
There shall be no false prophet. You mothers.
Yeah, that's what she's worried about. Falsely spreading the word of the Lord.
She was a church girl.
They go to church and read their Bible. Yeah. One second. I need to. With my, I'm gonna cast the message cantrip to everyone, really quick, and I'm just going to say so that way no one can hear if anybody's hearing. How about we use our unofficial or our newly appointed team name as the safe word, or like TSS, Titan Sent Saints. TSS, that'll be the code phrase. TSS.
It gives you a thumbs up.
TSS. Okay. Hopefully I can remember that.
Graveheart strokes his beak like a wizard would their beard for a moment. Okay, sounds good.
All right. Encore is going to nod, and then we're all going to link arms like the Wizard of Oz, and we are going to walk to the dock.
Can we skip too?
I'm certainly
No,
skipping.
Mika's too short. Mika's currently being held. Mika can't skip.
Oh yeah, I'm just dangling. My feet are dangling.
We put Mika
The
in the
legs are
wicker
skipping in
basket.
spirit.
She's air skipping.
Oh, Mika's code.
We
Mika's Toto,
put-
is that what you're...
She's going
Yeah, we
through the
put-
motion, but she's like held aloft between Graveheart and Anakur.
And then all we'll need is someone made of tin. To a Warforged.
Well, guess you gotta talk Faye into joining.
Oh, I thought we were going to say the robot Sunky or whatever.
No, it was Robot Faye. It's Doug's
Robot Faye, oh, okay.
Character from Clifftop in a Warforged body.
I was referring to the character in this campaign that I thought was evil for a while, but it turned out just to be other character turned robot.
That was Faye.
Oh, that is Faye? Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, that was because I offered for Doug to join. If he had joined, that would have ended up being him.
Okay.
But it would have been really funny to have had that joke already set up.
But yeah, I think we're definitely ready to get to that boat.
All right. So
Keeping an eye out for any suspicious lizard people.
You guys are on alert, so you can take your passive perception. or make a perception check if you'd like, as you like watch out on the way. If one of you wants to actively look for this guy on your way to the dock, you can go ahead and make an investigation. But yeah, you are able to start making your way to the dock, no problem. It's about noon, so the streets are a little bit more packed, so it takes you a little bit longer, but yeah.
Can I roll an investigation even though I rolled the perception?
I do want to try to keep a lookout for him.
I am as well because I'm worried about people not being the same.
This can't go bad. Nobody looks like themselves.
No, Graveheart gets distracted by, there's a guy selling cotton candy, and Graveheart has no idea what cotton candy is. He hasn't seen it before, but he sees some children buy it and immediately starts shoving it in their mouth and is, like, drawn by it.
There wasn't cotton candy at the carnival?
Fuck! I'm contradicting myself. What the fuck else is a crazy food that he would have never seen before that would be in a technological place?
Multicolor lollipop?
Freeze dried, dragon's breath cereal, the cereal in liquid nitrogen that when they put it in their mouth, it makes you breathe steam.
Yeah, like, it's, fucking crazy, or like, what's the one thing, the Dippin' Dots or whatever?
Yes, Dippin' Dots.
You're just like seeing all crazy sort of magical scientific treats at these like stands, and the food is just taking your attention away from the investigation. On Occur, you don't spot the guy at all, but you do notice that, because you had heard that he went into the vent. There are a lot of vents all over the place. So somebody that's trying to keep an eye on things, real good place to be hanging out, probably.
He is going to take note of that and just kind of keep his eyes on the vents as we go by. Like, just checking vent to vents, and as long as he sees nothing overly suspicious, he's going to keep it moving.
You don't see anything crazy. The rats come and go through, like, vents. And as you get really low on this, like, central tower heading down towards the docks, there's even, like, open vents where there's, like, kids going through them. And as you get down towards where the docks are, you're able to use your writ to get on an elevator and get down way faster. But you are able to see, like, as you get to the actual, like, island underneath the tower where people are still living, there's built, like, all sorts of stone buildings built up out of this thing. There's, like, kids that come and go through these, like, sewer vents and things, and, like, they're like, hanging out in there and stuff. So, like, this guy isn't the only one going in there either. It seems like the poor people use them a little bit.
Bolin, without uttering a word, she casts locate creature, as she mutters chameleon.
You don't sense any chameleon.
She, like, mutters to her friends, I am not sensing him with my spell nearby.
You have a spell that lets you track people?
There is also one thing that you should probably be aware. Even if this would have worked on this specific guy, there's a thing on this spell that says this spell can't locate a creature if any thickness of lead blocks a directed path between you and the creature. And there's gotta be like lead and asbestos in this bitch up the wazoo.
Oh god, yeah. But she doesn't know what those materials are, so she just does that and like, better than nothing.
I'd imagine that you can feel that part of the spell not working though, as if like, because I imagine it like it's like an extra sense or whatever. So like if you were feeling out in the dark, you know, and your fingers bumped into a wall, you'd know that happened. So like on some level you know that the like at least the entire central tower of this bitch blocks that sort of magic. And extrapolating upon that, you imagine that that probably is to some degree because there's processes going on within these factories and like the city itself that involve magic that this structure has to keep contained. But you make your way from where you were shopping in the high districts down the central spiral and ride the elevator, and you arrive at the docks. We'll say it's around 12:30 p.m. The docks of Seren spread out in all sorts of directions, with people like loading things on and off for shipping. Now that there is like trade established between here and Zelk, you also, looking out to the west, see a new dock that has been established out on the western coast of the lake from Seren, where you imagine they're sending stuff to trade with the Wandering City. To those of you that haven't been here before, you are able to scope things out. There's a large swamp, few trees here and there, but like marshy grass and like wet nastiness to the southeast. The southwest are the rubble from the Doomspire, the largest mountain on north that crumbled recently. And there is a large statue of Aren carved into a mountainside to the northeast. And even further north to the northeast, there's a forest, and you can see all sorts of giant flowers growing out of that forest. And then you can see Port Peacekeep all the way on the distant horizon. It's also a very interesting perspective being here, because looking to the northwest, you all are sort of aware now that this mountain range to the northwest is Seath's Hand.
Anakur's also gonna, finally, being that we've lowered, realize that we're on an island in the middle of a lake, and he's gonna have a little bit of a Stitch from Lilo and Stitch moment where he realizes that he is landlocked, and he's gonna have a little bit of PTSD about being landlocked in the middle of a desert for a bit. He's gonna put his back to the nearest wall.
Hey, You have us. We will keep you safe, friend. As she like starts to like hum a like little lullaby tune that she is working on as to end up in a choir for Titan.
He's gonna need a performance check. Humming can be unsettling.
All right,
Okay.
Bolin, give me a performance check. We'll say an advantage for roleplay.
Okay.
That's.
It's not unsettling, but it's definitely like Bolin is not a performer, but you can feel the like fact that she is like there trying to comfort you, and on some level that's comforting.
It doesn't give like the kind of like immediate comfort that you would expect, almost like a motherly comfort, like when you hum to a child and the child gets at ease. I'm gonna see that you're really attempting to keep this tune going in your head. I kind of see you like roll your eye a little bit, like you're trying to remember the tune that you made yourself, and it's gonna make me laugh, and that's what's gonna make me relax. Is I'm laughing a little bit at your attempt, and I'm like,
You know, in another world, that might have driven me into the lake, but that's good enough. Thank you.
She like smiles as she like continues to hum.
he's going to be taking note of her humming, and that is going to come into play later.
Oh no.
But yeah, the docks spread out in like all directions. The boat that you want is obviously off of a dock to the northeast, and as you're like close to the water, you can see that like rainbow iridescent oil splotch sort of like color that I had talked about having sort of seen above, just very vividly. And the surface of the water is so reflective that you can see the rainbow clouds reflected in the water's surface. And while it's obviously very terrible for the environment, it is very beautiful.
Pretty but deadly.
Onakura is going to ask the person at the the dock for the port that we need to go to how long the boat ride's gonna be.
You should arrive by evening. I imagine it would take good 6-7 hours.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
Is the boat around? Is there a boat currently there waiting to go, or is there like one scheduled to come?
They're in like the process of like loading up a boat that they're gonna send that way. And with your like slip that you got from Giddy, you have like it's essentially like an express pass or whatever. So like you're able to like hop on this ship at the expense of Giddy's family.
Alrighty. This is actually a perfect opportunity.
Bolin,
Yes.
he points. So, your little song I heard you humming there. Is that something that you're coming up with yourself?
Yes, I'm coming it up with myself. So, you like music to sing during service for Titan.
Ah, okay. Trying to make a hymn of sorts. All right.
Exactly.
Well, I know I brought this up previously, but
He pulls out Oren's pan flute.
We have some time while we're riding this ferry here. Did you maybe want to take a couple hours to practice and maybe try and figure out your song on the flute? See if you can't help yourself to not only make your song, but help teach you how to play the flute.
Oh yes, please, and I would appreciate any pointers that you could give me to improve.
Of course, I wouldn't. I'm definitely gonna help you. I'm here to teach.
She politely takes the flute and as she blows into it, you can tell she never held or blown through a flute before, and she makes this really loud, obnoxious noise out of it without realizing.
He politely
In front of
puts
her
his
friends
hand
and all
over
the
the
other
top.
passengers.
He politely puts his hand over the top and goes,
How about we start with basic notes, and I'm going to attempt to teach her the bag song. B-A-G. B-A-G.
Three blind.
do you want me to make a performance?
So, the way I see it, so you're gonna try and teach her how to play. So,
Yes.
it's gonna probably take a couple of lessons unless she's a savant. So here's how I'm gonna run this, because I like how Baldur's Gate 3 had the thing at the beginning of the game where you get a chance to learn loot no matter what. We're gonna kind of run it like that. I'm gonna have her make a couple of performance checks that will get excessively harder as you go, and you'll be able to do this anytime that you guys sit down and you take 5 hours to work on lessons or whatever. And when she successfully makes all of my checks, then she will be able to use the instrument proficiently.
Monaker,
Okay.
would it be a good or a bad idea to cast guidance on myself for this lesson?
Guidance would be good, but what I will say is I will only give you one bardic inspiration. I'm here to teach you, not to hold your hand through it. So if you cast guidance, I would want to say in good faith only use it once, but as far as my bardic inspirations, I will only offer it to you. I'll give you the bardic inspiration and it's up to you to use it, but you only will get one during the training.
Okay.
During each session, I should say. I won't be able to burn all of my bardics to give you a plus D1d10 every roll.
That's fair.
Is that fair to you, Rose?
Yeah?
Okay. Cool beans. All right, then.
And before we
You
do
two
that,
do your. Yeah.
before we do that, so that's what Annika and Valen are doing on the boat. Graveheart and Mika, did you want to do anything on the ride?
Upon hearing Valen's masterful impersonation of the mating call of a dying limpkin, I will take to the sky.
It's now my ears are gonna be gone after this.
I will sit and endure and listen and support.
Endure came before support. I like that.
I mean, you can't be an expert right away.
We can
All
hope.
right. The three of you that are not flying. May take short rests if you need or want. Valin, you're able to pick up the hot cross buns, 3 blinds mice little jig that Onaker is teaching you just fine, but that seems to be the bare basics. So he starts moving into something a little bit harder. What do you do next, Onaker?
All right, so going from just teaching the bag song, now I'm gonna have her hum like the tune that she was humming, and I am myself going to attempt to match her note on the flute, so that way I can then instruct her on what the note would be.
Okay. This is cool. Okay, you give me a performance on a curve.
Alright, where's...
Can I say that the tune of the hymn is similar to a song that's in an anime that was like it was like a requiem, in Seven Ghosts.
We'll have to talk.
We'll have to give it a listen at some point.
We'll have to talk about that at some point. We'll figure it out. But I'm glad that you didn't say like Elfin Lied or something. I got a little worried.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll that nat 1?
Yeah.
That was like, I saw the dice fly on screen and just hit like it's so weird that there's physics to the dice roll, because it just hit the edge of my screen and stopped on a 1. I was like, oh.
That's funny because it was like the middle of the screen for me and it looked like it dead stopped, so.
It's still a 14, so it's not horrible,
Yeah.
but what's 2 nat 1s in a row?
That is wild. And 2 different colored dice at that.
Yeah, but they were both dragon scale. That's my theme. Is all dragon scale dice.
Dragon Tales. Yeah, like, you're having a hard time working it out. There's like a weird like scale progression at one point. So you're having a hard time figuring it out exactly, but you definitely are able to nail at least the first like 2 or 3 notes for her. So you're like, here, like, work on this for a moment. And with that, we'll give Valin, I'll lower the DC on it. I was gonna say advantage, but I want to give her advantage over that. So I will lower the DC that I was gonna do on this, and Valin, go ahead and give me another performance check.
I've only done 1 performance check, didn't I?
Yep. So give me another one.
Okay. Normal?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's a little rough. You struggle with it for the remainder of the trip, but you've got the fundamentals, and you feel like you'll at least have a foot in the door when you sit down and practice next time.
I clap.
Thank you. Don't worry, I wasn't the greatest at this. At least you have lips.
Are there other passengers on the ship that were nearby to see the performance?
There's not passengers so much as like there's like a lot of like crew, because it's more of a trade ship that you guys have hopped on. But like, there's a few crew around, and they're like, they've got like that like pulled back, like gritting their teeth look.
He's gonna Onicor's
God,
gonna look at them and then just nod his head.
Yeah, at least nobody's being rude or anything. Like, but they just had to go through the equivalent of like listening to your niece practice the trumpet for the first time.
Yeah. I've been that person practicing my violin very poorly in a very populated bus station. I know the looks they're getting. I understand.
The politeness is that they did not say anything.
Yeah. The politeness is no one has raw or spoiled fruit to throw at us.
I have apples. No, I'm just joking. I'm in full support.
After the lesson, though, because that was only the 5 of like 7, so there's like 2 hours left. Onakor will take the rest to kind of like try and face his fears as most as he can, and he's going to get as close to the rails as he is comfortable with. But I am going to make my own wisdom saving throw to see whether or not I have a panic attack doing that. I'm honestly just shooting for anything above a 14. Oh, that's a 4. He falls on his ass and starts pushing back away towards the middle of the boat.
So you're looking over the edge of the boat for like a bit. You're like trying to like throw yourself into the deep end, so to speak. And like for a moment, you're doing okay. You're like, we're almost there. Everything's fine. And then something labyrinthian, like Leviathan. What word am I looking for? Large. There is a creature that comes up from the deep and looks at you, dead in the eyes, and you fall ass backwards like you described.
He's gonna be hugging his knees and just staring out towards the edge of the boat, just rocking back and forth now.
Having an idea on maybe moving his focus on something else. She like sits down with Oniker and she just asks him like, I know it's been a day or two, but I want to ask you, how have you been since you found out your current set shadow is your sister's? I know the lot to like take in, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there to fully give you a hand when you needed it most, when you found out.
He's gonna look down at his shadow, and his shadow that isn't his, and he's gonna like kind of touch where, is it like still like for all intents and purposes mimicking me? Like, is the shadow just following my movement still, but it's just shaped like my sister?
Normally, yes. Every now and then you look at it, at least this moment. This might be the first moment that you notice it, but it looks like she's looking at you.
He sees that and he kind of just like reaches down at it and right before he would like be touching where it's like its head or face, kind of amorphous shadows having no real shape, where its head area is, but then stops and he looks at, just like kind of like turns his head slightly to Valin, and he's like, it gives me some hope that if at least this part of her is still around, then maybe the rest of her is still there too.
If there's any chance that we can help you try to, I don't know, maybe bring your sister back. I know that we are here to help you. I mean, your sister is obviously very important to you, and she cares about you deeply. As I can see from the interactions and the way you talk about her. I would do everything in my utmost power to help you.
And with this eastern coast in view, you are actually able to see Salamander's Rest on the horizon in the east, the giant volcano and the large orb that contains your father.
Well, after we get in touch with these what are the mouse folk people's names? The root munchers?
Yup.
What was it? Root muncher? Okay, for some reason that sounded really wrong in my head, so I thought it was wrong. Once we check in on this,
they're a family of mice that lives in a burrow underground in a forest. I'm sorry they eat roots. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a hearty diet, but once we get in contact with these root munchers and see how Mika's feeling on everything, maybe we can go talk with somebody. Maybe my dad's finally got something useful to say to me about trying to help my sister.
Yeah.
Anakor will, though, take the pan flute out again and just start to idly play like a kind of like similar along the lines of like a kid's like ants go marching type tune, the doo 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 doo, just playing that idly as we're waiting for as he's now just sitting there and waiting for the boat to arrive. Everyone else is free to do what they will.
Looking off the edge of the boat towards the port, you can just see the small like fishing village slowly come closer and closer into view. Did anybody else want anything?
As we're getting closer to shore, I will stop circling the boat like an angry seagull and land on the boat.
Yeah, I'm sure this entire like trip you've looked like a kite just like following the boat.
Dang. Should have tied a string to your foot.
It's a new form of parasailing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Hypnos is big enough and Mika is small enough that Hypnos could pull her behind on the water, like hang gliding.
We're out here inventing water sports. Did Mika want to do anything else while you were on the boat, or are you all just resting until you arrive?
I mean, if I don't know how long we got left, because like we could see it on the horizon, so it's like.
You got about 2 hours or so.
Okay, so I will kind of take a look at my teapot and sort of like figure it out.
As you pull the little teapot out of your bag, it like hops up and it like jumps around you like an excited small dog.
And I go to pet it.
It like pushes into it kind of like a cat. But it's otherwise it's got like a little like basket thing for you to put like tea leaves and stuff in the top, and then inside there's like all of these magical runes written on the interior of it in like glaze, and it allows you to like have it create water, and like it'll prepare the water for tea, and then it can also like create steam.
Do you like being a teapot? Do you know you're a teapot?
It gives a little toot toot.
Like zoinks!
That is so fucking cute.
Sorry, that was too cute. Oh my god.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a little like elephant that happens to be a teapot. Like it's very like anthropomorphic in a way, but like yeah, you have a feeling that it would make some very nice tea. Like the water is gonna be clean and all of that since you're magically making it and everything.
Philip's definitely intrigued by it.
I'm gonna go ahead and test it out and make me a cup of tea.
Yeah, you like put your tea in it, and as it's brewing, it like hops around you excitedly, and then as it like toots to finish that it's finished making the tea, you like hold out a cup for it, and it like leans over and pours into it for you. It's really good tea.
Really good.
Ooh, hot.
Exactly how fast
Delicious.
is the boat speeding towards the town?
It's pretty quick. They have some sort of like magical engine scooting the boat along. You imagine that a Zelkin boat would probably take about 4 to 5 times as long at least.
Damn, and I was hoping that would be slow enough for Crystal Axolotl to be able to catch up with while enjoying the water.
You really want to put him in that polluted ass water?
Fuck no. I thought we
Don't
were
put him
out
in there.
of
There's
that
a big
pollution.
thing. There's a bigger thing. There's a bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish. There's a bigger fish. Don't put him in there. There's a bigger fish.
I've broken on a curve.
There's always a bigger fish. We need a bigger boat. There's always a bigger fish.
What is
Yeah.
Buddy's reaction or emotions to the putrid water?
You like, there's like a moment as like Annika is saying, there's a bigger fish, where you're like holding him out to like see what he thinks of the water, and he's like squirming Like, don't put me in there. But like, yeah, as you guys finish resting and relaxing on your ride as much as you can with your various degrees of being scarred, you arrive at Port Peacekeep, and as you all get out onto the dock and you look back at the ship that was traveling just behind your ship, you all catch the image of this sea monster just coming out of the water, eating the whole ship, and then splashing back down into the lake.
Why is there not a navy in this lake?
That was to make sure I didn't pass out. I passed. I got over a 10.
Why do I just picture Anakur like doing that like Grandpa Simpson gif, like it just like he just like spins on a foot and like walks away.
Yeah, like I see that, and with that 12, that is enough of a roll for me to just be like, you know what? At least it wasn't me, and then I just walk.
So let me see if I understood this correctly. We just saw a ship get eaten?
Yes, very, very much. Like a Monstro from Pinocchio situation.
Well, I hope whatever business that owned that ship is able to reimburse their costs on that and give the family of the people who died a pension.
Valin, you flash back to the last time you were here and you saw that light go out on the water, and you think this is probably the second time you've seen this happen.
An interesting question. But should we try to kill that thing?
Yes, I think we should, because obviously people are losing their lives because of this. And I'm pretty sure people, the nobility and whoever owns the ships that go out on this lake would appreciate such a creature being taken care of. What do you think, Mika?
Good luck convincing her of that one.
I'll put all direct to the chat. I'm gone. I walked away.
Oh yeah.
Anybody has any sort of crazy, unless your plan magically involves getting that big thing in the middle of a desert so I can fight it on dry land? No.
Maybe we can give you gills.
I really don't want to be swallowed by anything, and I'm pretty tiny.
Here's a plan. Why don't we tell one of the businesses to load one of their boats with an absolute fuck ton of explosives, let it get eaten, and light that thing up like the 4th of July.
What's July?
And
The
why
7th
the
month in a
4th?
calendar year.
Shit, Rose, does the months of your world are named the same, or are they named differently for like seasons and celebrations?
They're named different, but Anakur would have said whatever the equivalent is.
Yeah. I can give you Skyrim names.
I have it written down somewhere, but I will get back to you on that one. I found a website that lets me set up a fantasy world calendar, and I will get, like, I'm trying to keep track of everything, so I will do my best to, like, get us all on the same page with that. It's just a lot.
And you're already doing a lot, designing and drawing this campaign, and running it.
Yeah, and working on the next one. But yeah, so it sounds like it is 2 no's and a yay at the moment about it, at least.
I mean, I kind of like to make a big boom in its belly. And then when it floats up to the top, we can harvest it for meat.
we can have a feast and share all the meat with like people that are struggling.
I don't want to eat whatever comes out of that.
I suppose you could go fishing. I don't want to go.
There better not be something where like a town here decides to sacrifice a maiden every year to placate the thing. Like ancient Greek myth.
You could always ask somebody about it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, let's gather lore. That sounds a lot better. Safer.
It's usually a good bet.
And on dry land.
With explosives.
Alright, so you approach one of the deckhands from the ship that you were just on. How do you want to approach this?
I can be blunt and such soldiers go, what's that thing that eats the boats?
Ah, the Seren serpent. Nasty thing. Eats up everybody's goods. At least the people wash up on shore. Takes a few days sometimes, though.
Alive or dead?
Mostly alive. Mostly. I think people would care about it more if it was eating the people. But it does cause quite a thorn in the side of some of the richer members of the Seren society.
Anakor's thoughts on this fish are suddenly becoming more positive.
Only they're rich.
So it eats the product, but not the people. That could be why it's gotten so big, because that's all of the magical doodads and whatnots, and however polluted the water is, it's probably reliant on eating magical items to survive. Does it have a particular favorite? That because we didn't get our ship didn't get attacked, but the one immediately after us, what were they carrying?
Not quite sure, really. The sailors around these parts, they say that if you follow the old ways, if you worship Undyne, then the lake will treat you right, and the serpent won't get you. But that means taking care of each other. The open water is a fickle mistress.
Yeah,
Does it
it
only
sucks.
eat? Does it only eat a specific rich person's garbage? Or does it not touch a certain rich person's garbage?
He's gonna cross his arms and he looks at Graveheart. Y'all are associated with the Flynn family, right?
I just met the guy.
Now be careful. Like I said, open water is a dangerous place. And he's gonna like walk away and start like helping the other deck, like people from the ship.
All right. Well, if we can avoid ever riding a boat on these waters, I say we avoid it.
Undying pet.
No, I was pontificating the fact that it might be one of the families, the rich families, made themselves a monster to eat their competition's stuff.
Does anyone even have such magic like that?
There aren't a lot of garbage in the river, or in the lake. Who's to say it's not partially for that purpose?
Well, you all are now in the town of Port Peacekeep. Surveying the lakeside village, you see there's some damage here and there. It's interesting because as you're looking around, it almost seems like there's more buildings than there are people here at the moment. Like, it's not busy, but it almost seems like that something happened. Having returned here, I will say, Anakura, you've been here before, and it was right when you had exited the Theta Grave, which used to be located directly to the north of this village. But yeah, the streets of the village spread out in sort of like a webbing fashion. There's cross-section streets, but it's not very organized. There's large buildings built into each other here and there, and it's sort of like a trade-based economy from the look of things. There's a lot of little stalls here and there. You see a guy selling some fish right off of the docks, and a lot of his fish look fine, but then there's some like dredge, fucking Lovecraftian shit mixed in, that you probably don't want nothing to do with. Like, there's a squid with like 18 eyes on it, like, and they're all on the front. There's like an angler fish that has like just like human hands.
That's not an Eldritch horror.
Anakur is going to perceive around and look for a tavern of sorts, and or see if he can't spot any errant mouse folk.
Yeah, you're pretty perceptive, and you've been in enough like gathering places now. You like head towards like more towards the entrance of Peacekeep and like towards the center, because you figure anybody coming in is going to want to have a place to stay right away, and most of the people are. But you find like an inn tavern combo deal right in the center called the Seren Slumber.
I think this building over here might be a good place for us to ask around in regards to the root muncher clan that we're looking for.
Rose, is there any people outside of the tavern that looks like they're not doing the best, either in like sickness or in like just looking very ragged?
Nobody looks sick or ragged or anything. A lot of the people here look like they're doing pretty well, but they all look like they're working very hard. Like, you'll remember that the last time you were here, there was no one here. So people essentially just like came back or are new people here.
Oh god. Oh shit. Is Valen able to recognize which buildings that that creature was oh god, I just remember that it's like they were
Okay, let me narrate this. Let me narrate this. So you're all walking along the street. Anakur locates this tavern inn, and you watch this like moment of realization on Valin's face. She goes whiter somehow than she normally is. She looks around, and you watch her sprint like down a street, and you all like kind of jog to keep up and like figure out where she's going, and she rounds the corner, and there's this building that the like front the front of the building has this like big glass display thing that like there was obviously a shop of some kind inside, and it is all just like busted in, and there's like claw marks on the floor and the walls.
Can Valin roll for like, I don't know, anything that would like be PTSD reaction?
I don't know, wisdom save?
That's what I roll for my PTSD episodes. But remember, crying's a free action.
Would that be a normal roll, or can it be like at a disadvantage because like she just remembers how?
This is self-imposed, you decide.
Okay, I roll at a disadvantage.
You like somehow like seeing it, and then you like see somebody inside that's like working on repairing the building, or like you can't tell if he's repairing this building or like like scavenging shit from it to repair a different building. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but like people are going around and like fixing this place up. So like there's a level of like, okay, things are kind of becoming more normally here. Instead of there being giant praying mantises ready to eat me, I might be okay.
She like does some breathing exercises and saying like, we're okay, we're gonna be okay. Things are getting back to normal in this town.
Anna, of course, sees her kind of like panicked, trying to collect herself, and repaying the favor of her sitting next to me on the boat, he stands next to her and lightly puts a hand on her back and is like, "It's all right, just go ahead and breathe. It's what's going through your head there?"
Well, as she like tries to collect herself, the last time my former party and I were here, this town was like dead and foggy, and giant praying mantises were kidnapping people, anyone who was walking around. And like, if I remember, one of us almost got taken. It was terrifying.
Well,
That sounds horrible.
yeah, I'm glad to see it's not the same.
Hearing giant praying mantis and seeing the claw marks in this building in front of Valin, these things had to have been like 30 feet tall.
Jeez.
Does she relay that information?
I'm sure that the group can extrapolate from the size of the claw marks themselves and from the damage done to the exterior window.
Is there anything that looks like blood around the on the sidewalk?
Yeah, there's like some like dark, like stained green spots on some of the wall and the like stone outside from when the creature was injured going through the window and like struggling with the party.
Sorry, didn't mean to take off.
Zoom.
I hear my people calling me.
Well, oh no. I'm glad we didn't have to run into them, but I will say that if we did, I can say in my experience, bugs, no matter the size, really aren't a fan of fire. And if I really need to, I will spit a hot wad onto a praying mantis.
She like chuckles. It would have been really good to have you if you were around at that time. All of it. She also looks at Graveheart and Mika.
Giant bomb. Killing people. Hitting them. Stealing.
It'd be like a fun-sized Snicker bar to those things.
Yeah,
I would be a challenge.
I'm sure Valin would have communicated better that she had witnessed, I believe it was, I can't remember if it was Giddy or Isgaroth. One of the two of them got grabbed by a praying mantis out of this building and like held outside before the group helped them break free and like ran away.
I think it was Yzgaroth. I feel like it was.
One
I
of
could
these
be
small
wrong.
tieflings.
That just makes me think of the mist.
Hey.
It's
That was-
almost like it was a thing.
That was the reference.
So was the city on the other side of the lake the secret government facility that accidentally opened up a portal to an eldritch area? Is that where the fish came from? It's an eldritch monstrosity from another dimension. Is that also what you're horning?
No, that's something else. No, it was the Theta Grave.
Somebody's
that
goldfish.
It was the Theta Grave that was releasing the mist. The TARDIS. They were TARDIS-enhanced praying mantises. Not really. They can't. So, my thought process on the mantises was the Theta Grave's door was open and like leaking out this energy or whatever, and that's what was the fog, and that was part of like the reason that the magical fucking pollution is so bad. But the mantises were on the ship, like others, like there was a lot of stuff on the ship that I imagine was alive at some point, just for like research purposes and stuff, because the person that rode that ship here from Eberron is like a person from another world, and they're like, oh, this shit's crazy, you know, because they're from Eberron. Like, I'm sure that there's less technology here, and that's not that good, but like giant mushrooms, giant praying mantises, that sort of shit, that's wacky. But yeah, the mantises had escaped from the ship since the door was open, and they were like feeding on the people in the fog, and the people didn't have a way to get through because like it was either like run out into the forest, or you know, it's all kind of rather untamed wilderness around here.
Wait, wasn't there an old man who just stood in a place for a long time?
Old man?
I feel like I remember, like, the party ran across someone who lived in the town, who just didn't move from his spot.
Oh, he didn't. Oh God. So you've seen Vindane without his mask now. As you're thinking about that incident, you're like, holy shit, that guy that I saw sitting on that corner who talked to us when we got here before, that was fucking Vindane not wearing his crazy getup.
Holy shit. He, like, relays it to the party, like, okay, this town is just reminding me of so many things. And
You have seen the great master. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Graveheart gets really excited and goes, "You have seen the great master without his mask? Oh my!"
You have two.
Okay.
Yes.
You have two. He took it off and gave it to you.
Oh yeah. I don't know why, but my brain was like, he wears another one under it, kind of like Batman.
Well, he has a skull for a face now, so.
Ooh, that sounds very Aztec-like.
No, he's just the Grim Reaper now.
Oh, fuck yes. Even better.
Are you sure he might not have, like, some African heritage?
The original character was, he was originally a sheep herder, and I played him like an Inigo Montoya style character.
Ah. I don't know why, but I was seeing Baron Somde. The Loa of Death. Why I had to say it that way, I don't know, but yes.
There was a whole joke where I hadn't written a lot on his backstory when I first started playing him because he's my first character, and somebody was asking me, they're like, so how did you become a shadow dancer? Because I was a shadow dancer in 3.5, and he was like, well, you see, I was a sheep herder. And they're like, all right, go on. And he goes, yes, I was a sheep herder. And they're like, I don't see the connection. Like, how do you get from being a sheep herder to have the ability to jump from shadow to shadow? And he just goes, clearly you know nothing of sheep.
Two sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep.
That's also why when you guys fought him the one time in that like boss fight, he had the crazy sheep dragon thing. Because we always cracked jokes about him having an obsession with sheep. And that's why the maze was full of sheep enemies. But yeah. I imagine that as Valin regathers herself, you all make your way back to the Siren's slumber. And upon entering, there is 3 little mouse folk that excitedly rush Mika as she comes through the door with the party. Oh my god, Miss Mika!
I'm gonna hug each one of them in turn.
And across the building, you see with a shocked look, Odelia Root Muncher, like covering her mouth, like surprised to see you.
I'm gonna run up, but then I'm gonna be a little bit cautious before pulling her in.
Yeah, she like hugs you real tight and goes, "Oh, dearie, we were so worried."
I was worried about y'all too.
Mika, would you like to introduce them to us?
Yeah, and then I'll in turn introduce everybody.
The triplets are Lock, Shock, and Barrel Root Muncher. And you introduce Odelia, the mother of the family, the matron.
Yeah, these are the team that got me through a lot of hardships. I'm glad I found you guys.
Hello. Boy,
Hello.
are we glad
We're glad to have found you.
find you.
You've been a real lifesaver yourself.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I've been a bit of a hero out there, huh? Never thought that would happen.
Yeah, you even got yourself a fancy schmancy bow.
Oh yeah, check it out.
She looks a little stunned. Wow, I left you a letter when I ran, but we couldn't see you anywhere, and nobody knew what happened. Everybody was everywhere. The hexes were gone. It was like they all disappeared at once. We trekked across, there's a big old plateau with a bunch of lava up on it. We happened to make our way across that, and we found this place. And I was able to work a little while in that city out in the middle of the lake there, but we've bought ourselves a room here, and I help out in the inn now.
That's really cool. I'm glad y'all are safe.
Yeah, have you seen Justice or Derek?
And I'm gonna look down. Clearly shaken, and I don't. And then I look back over. My eyes are full of tears, and I shake my head.
She hugs you again.
And then I explain what happened.
Oh, well, thank you for helping him. I can't imagine. So those crystals, they change people.
Yeah, they corrupted a lot. That's why the bugs attack like they did.
Yeah, those were some of the biggest centipedes I've ever seen.
It's crazy.
Well, the other two boys are out in the woods right now. They've been helping with gathering. With justice taken into account, that just leaves Derek out there somewhere.
Yeah. I hope they're
Maybe we could call those centipedes killipedes.
She gives you a very grim look.
Oh, sorry. No offense meant.
Anakor is going to grab Graveheart and be like, help me go get some drinks.
Yes.
And we're going to step away to go get drinks for everyone and the non-alcoholic kind for the 3 small fuzzballs.
Yeah, the kids take you into the kitchen in a way too overly comfortable way. Like they've known you already for a long time, and they're like, yeah, and then over here you can get fruit for juice and this and then that and this and that. Because these are triplets. This woman is clearly overworked, and she just in the past 4 months has carried these kids across a plateau covered in lava. So.
Anakor is going to let Philip out and going to give Philip the very simple of instruction that these are children and they're to be played with and not hurt, and he's going to let the kids play with a rather big cat.
Yeah, I'm sure Philip goes Maine Coon mode and just lets them throw him around like crazy, because he's a pretty hardy little dude. So
he's a pretty chill guy. Yeah.
Valen, she looks at Buddy hey, do you feel comfortable enough to play with the kids?
I think Buddy's made of rock.
Buddy looks around concerned because all of this might be a little too loud for his vibe.
It's okay, fella. I am not gonna force you to do something you don't want to. As she hugs him and pets his head.
As everybody's sort of running around with the kids, Odelia sits down with Mika and goes, "You're all welcome to stay here for the night. I can work something out. If you see Derek anywhere out there, can you make sure to send him back this way for us?"
I will.
That'd mean the world to us. So you're a adventurer now, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Remember when I didn't want to ever go up top because the birds were scary?
The old sticky foot. Sticky paws?
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Hey, in an interesting way, you have a bird as a friend.
Oh
He,
yeah,
like,
that
looks like
that
a
too.
bird.
He's kind of, you gotta get used to him.
hopefully, since we all made it out, hopefully there's others still. And I imagine if you're traveling around, you're bound to find them.
I hope so.
It's not that big of a world. I've seen both sides of it.
I hope so too. We'll be thinking of you always, Mika.
And you.
And at this point, it's probably getting a little late in the 8th hour of the evening. And she whisks the kids up and takes them to their room that they have set aside for them, and takes the group up to another room that's not, it's not a like cheap looking room, but like there's 4 beds, and they're like they're very like that like old school bed with like there's no like springs or anything, like it's like a big cush like sack basically. The like sheets are nice. There's a big like fluffy quilt over each bed, but like it is a like old-timey live off the land bed, you know. It's probably stuffed with like straw and wool and down.
My brain just heard straw and wool and sound.
No, that's Anakurt. But
Hey, don't take my joke.
but yeah, you all have a room to settle into for the evening as you rest overnight, and you're all given a nice meal. You work together with the kids to prepare some stuff. The older 2 boys from the Root Muncher family return. They've like foraged fiddleheads and things like that, and you have like fresh berries and honey and just like foraged greens and mushrooms, like sort of salad with some cracked pepper over the top and like homemade croutons. Maybe there's like a fish that's like the least fucked up fish that they were able to find, and it's like served on the side just in case.
Do we need a Constitution saving throw to try to eat that fish?
Are you going to eat the fish?
I'm going to try to taste it. Because I'm not rude.
You
Before eating it,
oh, okay.
Graveheart will pick it up, sniff it, and lick it.
It tastes sweet.
That's weird. Are these fish Swedish?
Hanakor is gonna eat the vegetables.
It's a nice like very tasty foraged and homemade meal, like the kind that you'd get at a very fancy restaurant. The fish tastes like Skittles, tastes the rainbow.
Well, I'm really happy about that. So I'm going to eat my I'm gonna eat my salad, and then I'm gonna have that for dessert.
Very nice.
Onakor may have grown a phobia of seafood. At least from this area.
You see food, you eat it.
In Seren, big fish eat you.
Onakor is
My
gonna first
country.
look at Mika and then at God, apparently, and just be so upset at the 2 puns that he had to hear.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
For one moment, the internet gave out on me.
Oh, well, there was a meal of a freshly foraged, like, salad of, like, wild greens and, like, fiddleheads and homemade croutons and some honey and dressing with some, like, cracked pepper over the top. And then there was a fish from the lake served that was probably the, like, least fucked up looking fish they could find. But this fish still looks like the fish off of the Rainbow Fish book.
You know, in nature, bright colors like that are a sign of poison.
But yeah, after Mika finished her salad, she helped herself to some of the fish. Does Valin try the fish?
I say, yeah, she's like, no, what? I'm gonna be adventurous. And she like grabs like a spoon over the fish, and she like before she puts it in her mouth, she like prays to Titan, like, please let this be edible to my taste buds.
It tastes like Skittles.
Yeah. No idea what Skittles are, but she is happy with the taste.
Taste the
It's
rainbow.
like dungeon. Eating the monsters.
That seems to be an ongoing theme in this campaign. There was also a dungeon that I threw at them at one point where they ate the koi fish out of the pond, so...
I mean, everyone but Valin did.
But yeah, you are all able to have a long rest as you rest at the Siren's slumber for the evening. And you are able to wake up 8 hours later just fine. It'll probably be about 8:30 when you pass out. So you all start waking up around 4:30 in the morning the next day.
First
I
thing
think
that
it's-
Valin does is
Oh.
that she says her morning prayer, and she invites anyone who would like to experience the new religion with her.
How many colors and or gills have the two that ate the fish developed?
The people that ate fish, one sec, I've got to figure this out real quick.
Oh dear.
I have to test something real quick. Okay, yeah. The two of you that ate the fish, roll me 1d7. You're gonna have to type that one into the chat.
Are we gonna puke rainbows?
The R comes after the slash, not before. I should remember that when I'm typing too. I don't always.
Alright, so when Mika and Valin wake up the next day, Mika, your tongue and mouth are now very, very red. Like a almost pure red. Just it doesn't feel different or anything, but like the color of your mouth is now very much red. As for Valin, the inside of your mouth is now a very bright violet color.
Ooh, best color. You like, is there a mirror nearby?
I'd imagine somebody else probably notices it before you, because no, there's not really mirrors around here.
You look to your friends like, does it look bad?
Anakor is going to do a medicine check because he thinks that she is poisoned and or choking, because having purple lips and gums and a mouth is usually a sign of loss of blood or lack of blood. So Anakor is going to do a medicine check on it.
I'm going to be completely oblivious until someone points it out to me.
I will go in search of a silver charger.
A silver charger?
Is Valin dying?
No, Valin's fine.
Okay.
Everything seems normal. Her vitals and everything, like her mouth's not dry, her blood pressure's normal, her heart's beating normal.
The kind you serve, the kind you serve tea on, that kind of charger.
Oh, okay.
And if I can find one, I will dig through my jeweler's tools and find a little oil and a cloth and buff it until it's shiny and now a mirror.
Also, Graveheart licked one, right?
Yes. What color's my tongue?
Roll 1d7.
Anakor is feeling both simultaneously left out but vindicated.
It didn't show.
I'm sensing it's a 2, so I'm guessing orange.
Yeah, there's like a weird orange streak on your tongue where you licked the fish.
Because I was set to roll only to myself when I did a wisdom check.
But yeah, the weird colors aside, the party is otherwise fine. You imagine that it just is something weird about the fish.
Does my mouth look like okay? Does it look like I'm wearing lipstick?
It's like, yeah, like you all look like you were sucking on like a overly dyed lollipop or sucker or popsicle or something.
Looks like you got into a turnip patch. Not a turnip, a radish patch. Turnips are white.
Beets.
Radishes are delicious, but beets, yes.
Looks like you stuffed some pickled beets in your beak.
But we are hitting that time. So I think this is a good place to call it. With you guys, I assume, prepping up to head towards Salamander's Rest.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
And as we are leaving town, so long and thanks for the fish.
Lord. Yeah, I do believe we will have another member joining us next session. And yeah, there should be some very interesting stuff happening next time. I don't think there will be any combat, but it should be like some very heavy roleplay. Like, and when I say heavy roleplay, I mean like probably somewhat emotionally heavy roleplay. So,
Do we know who this person who's going to be joining us?
One of us might.
I mean, the party doesn't know them, but yeah, it's Daniel's brother and a character from the Meanwhile campaign.
Fuck yes! Oh, that's gonna be so exciting, Daniel.
With a metal response.
So Mitsuru should be joining the main party next session, from what's been communicated to me. But yes, thank you all for playing. Thank you all if you've been watching on Twitch or YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, all that jazz, all that noise. We appreciate you watching, and have a good one until we see you again.
Good night, stream.
See you next time!
After these messages.